All right, folks. Jeremy Barton, if you're watching this stream, this video is for you because in this stream, I have worked very hard on making a document called SpongeBob SquarePants Fan-Made PBS Air Dates, which of course PBS would air SpongeBob episodes from seasons 1 to 11, and then I decided that beginning in season 12, Cartoon Network would take over airing those episodes. So PBS would air those episodes from seasons 1 to 11 then. So Jeremy Barton, I hope you enjoy it. So, here we go. Here's the SpongeBob SquarePants fan-made PBS air dates document. So, the production company for the PBS airings of SpongeBob SquarePants would of course be Children's Television Workshop in Season 1 and Sesame Workshop in Seasons 2 to 11. And as for the Children's Television Workshop and Sesame Workshop logos, first we're going to talk about the Children's Television Workshop logos. So for Season 1, it would have the 1997 semicircle logo, which is the 1998 Play It Smart variant, which would also be shown on later Season 29 episodes of Sesame Street, along with Seasons 30 to 31 of Sesame Street, and Season 1 episodes of Dragon Tales broadcasted from 1999 to early 2001 as well. And then as for Season 2, now we get into the Sesame Workshop logos. For Season 2, it would have the mid-2000 prototype still logo with the Breathy Synth chime tune and green roof and blue house from October 30th to December 15th, 2000. And then the late 2000 fully animated logo with the green roof and the blue house from January 31st, 2001 to August 1st, 2003. Which is also Jeremy Barton's 7th birthday. So, and then for Season 3, it would have the late 2000 fully animated logo with the purple roof and the green house. And then for Seasons 4 through 6, it would have the late 2000 fully animated logo with the red roof and purple house without the nonprofit educational organization byline. And then for Seasons 7 to 11, the 2008 logo with Elmo, but with the music interrupted by a record scratch and Squidward shouting, "Enough!" All right. Now for the PBS Kids idents. So as for the PBS Kids idents for the show, Season 1 would use the 1997 P-Pals ident with the EI balloon for the first 7 episodes. Then, beginning with episode 8, they would use the 1999 PBS Kids idents, with the 1999 dot ident being the most common in Season 1, the 1999 dash ident only appearing in 4 episodes from Season 1, and the 2000 dash transformation ident appearing in the last Season 1 episode. And then as for Season 2, it would have the 1999 dot ident with 2 Season 2 episodes using it, but with 1 episode using the dash audio for some reason. And then the 1999 dash ident would be used on 1 Season 2 episode. The 2000 dot transformation ident would be the most common for Season 2. The 2000 Dash Transformation ident would appear on 2 SpongeBob SquarePants Season 2 episodes focusing on Patrick's star. And the 2002 Fishbowl ident would appear in 2 Season 2 episodes. And the Snow Globe ident appears in 1 Season 2 episode. And then as for Season 3 would have the 1999 Dot ident appear in 2 Season 3 episodes. The 1999 Dash ident appear in 1 Season 3 episode. The 2000 Dot Transformation ident appear in 4 Season 3 episodes, with 2 Season 3 episodes using the correct audio, and 1 Season 3 episode using the 1999 Dash ident's audio playing over the Dot Transformation ident, and 1 Season 3 episode using the 2002 Fishbowl ident's audio playing over the Dot Transformation ident as well. And then, of course, the 2000 Dash Transformation ident would appear in 2 Season 3 episodes on here. And then the 2002 Fishbowl ident would be the most common in Season 3. And the 2002 Snow Globe ident would appear in 1 Season 3 episode here. And then for Season 9, it is the PBS Kids Bubbles ident from 2008 for all episodes, including Sharks vs. Pods. I was originally going to have 1 episode use the aquarium. But I decided all of them would use bubbles for an apparent reason, because... And then for Seasons 10 to 11, it would have the 2013 Bubbles ident. And now we're going to go into the PBS Kids Go idents for the show. So for Season 4, it would use the 2004 Button ident for 1 Season 4 episode, the 2004 Echo ident for most of the Season 4 episodes, which is why it's most common in Season 4. The 2004 Tubes ident for 1 Season 4 episode, and the 2004 Steps ident for 2 Season 4 episodes, and the 2007 Bubbles ident for 1 Season 4 episode that aired in the middle of Season 5. Just like when the Dash Transformation ident appeared in a Season 1 episode that meant to air earlier, but it wound up being pushed back to 2001 when Season 2 was already airing. And then for Season 5, it would have the 2004 Echo ident for the first Season 5 episode, and in the other Season 5 episodes after the first one would have the 2007 Bubbles ident. And then for Season 6, you ready to hear what's for Season 6? Anyway, Season 6 would have the 2007 Email ident with 3 Season 6 episodes using it. The 2007 Bubbles ident, which is most common in Season 6. The 2007 Balloon ident with 4 Season 6 episodes using it. The 2007 Laptop ident with 2 episodes using it. With 2 Season 6 episodes using it, that is. The 2007 Shouting ident with 1 Season 6 episode using it. The 2007 Bicycle Riding ident with 1 Season 6 episode using it. And the 2007 Hopscotch ident with 2 Season 6 episodes using it. And then as for Season 7, you want to hear what's for Season 7? Season 7 would have the 2007 Email ident on 2 Season 7 episodes, the 2007 Bubbles ident, which is still the most common, the 2007 Balloon ident on 2 Season 7 episodes, the 2007 Laptop ident on 1 Season 7 episode, the 2007 Shouting ident on 2 season 7 episodes, the 2007 bicycle riding ident on 1 season 7 episode, the 2007 falling blocks ident, which is on 2 season 7 episodes, but it was never on season 6 for some reason. And then the 2007 shrunken bicycle ident appearing on 1 season 7 episode, but again, it never appeared in season 6 for some reason. And then the 2007 wheel turning ident appearing on 1 season 7 episode. It never appeared in season 6 for some reason. And the 2007 hopscotch ident with 2 season 7 episodes using it. Now, season 8, this is when it gets pretty interesting. You ready to hear it? So, season 8 would have the 2007 email ident on 2 season 8 episodes, the 2007 bubbles ident, which is still the most common, the 2007 balloon ident on 3 season 8 episodes, the 2007 laptop ident on 2 season 8 episodes, the 2007 shouting ident on 1 season 8 episode, the 2007 bicycle riding ident on 2 season 8 episodes, the 2007 falling blocks ident on 1 season 8 episode, the 2007 shrunken bicycle ident on 1 season 8 episode, the 2007 wheel turning ident on 1 season 8 episode, the 2007 hopscotch ident on 1 season 2 episode, the 2009 block flood ident on 1 season 8 episode, the 2009 peephole ident on 1 season 8 episode, the 2009 compass ident on 1 season 8 episode, and the 2009 mountain climbing ident on 1 season 8 episode. So, now that we explained all of that, we'd like to go, now we get to talk about the air dates on what PBS Kids logo appears on the separate episodes. Because now we explain the PBS Kids and PBS Kids Go and CTW and Sesame Workshop logos for each of those seasons. Now, it's time to figure out what episodes those idents appear on. So, here we go. Episode air dates, seasons 1 to 11. So, season 1, the first one is the season 1 episode Help Wanted, Reflower, and Tea at the Tree Dome. The PBS air date would be May 7th day. Season 30 of Sesame Street concluded with episode 3850, aka the one where Elmo doesn't get a turn to ride the Zoe-mobile. Well, it would appear on episodes from October 1999 to February 2000. But as the sidewalk one is just fan-made and not real, in reality, it would use either the 1999 dot or dash logo. All right. And as for, there's also one episode from September 1999 that would use it in the PTV Park era. All right, here we go. That was Help Wanted, Reflower, and Tea at the Tree Dome. Next up, we go into Bubble Stand and Ripped Pants. All right, here we go. Season 1, Help Wanted, Reflower, and Tea at the Tree Dome. Air on PBS May 7th, 1999. Use the PBS Kids P-Pals ident. There's a note that says the Season 1 funding is basically the Dragon Tales Season 1 funding, with SpongeBob's announcement, SpongeBob saying SpongeBob SquarePants instead of Dragon Tales, and Hawaiian Adventures SpongeBob theme playing in the funding, whereas in Dragon Tales there is no music. Also, the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo has special sound effects used for SpongeBob SquarePants episodes. with water splashing sounds in most episodes, with a few episodes having no splashing sound absent. Next up, we go into Bubble Stand and Ripped Pants, with the PBS air date being July 30th of 1999, and would use the 1997 PBS Kids P Pals ident with the EI balloon. And then for season 1, and then the next one for season 1 is Jellyfishing and Plankton, with the PBS air date being August 6th of 1999. Using the 1997 PBS Kids P Pals ident with the EI balloon, and on some fan-made airings, Jeremy Barton's favorite fan-made one, the sidewalk one. And in the season 1 episodes, Naughty Nautical Neighbors and Boating School would air on PBS August 13th, 1999, and would use the 1997 PBS Kids P Pals ident with the EI balloon. And then the season 1 episodes, Pizza Delivery and Home Sweet Pineapple would air on PBS on August 20th of 1999, using the 1997 PBS Kids P Pals ident with the EI balloon. And then the season 1 episodes, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy and Pickles would air on PBS August 27th of 1999. This would use the 1997 PBS Kids P Pals ident with the EI balloon, and would be one of the season 1 episodes that does not have a splashing sound in the CTW logo. Then we go into the season 1 episodes, Hall Monitor and Jellyfish Jam, with the PBS air date being September 3rd of 1999. As a result, this would be the last episode to be part of the PTV Part P Pals era, and the last one to use the 1997 PBS Kids P Pals ident with the EI balloon. And there's a note. The scene with SpongeBob doing the jellyfish dance in the episode Jellyfish Jam is cut in the PBS airings. And then it says for the season 1 episodes, Sandy's Rocket and Squeaky Boots, that the PBS aired, and the PBS air date for Sandy's Rocket and Squeaky Boots is September 17th of 1999. This will be the first episode to be part of the PBS Kids dot and dash era, which this episode uses the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident, which of course is the one with Dot the girl running up to the screen, if you guys didn't know. And there's a note for the episode Sandy's Rocket and Squeaky Boots. It says, in this episode, the audio in the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo is 1 pitch lower than usual. What would your thoughts be on that happening in that logo and in that episode, Jeremy Barton? Alright, next up we go into the season 1 episodes Nature Pants and Opposite Day, with the PBS air date being September 24th of 1999. And Nature Pants and Opposite Day would be the first episode to use the 1999 PBS Kids Dash ident, which of course is the one with Dash the boy thinking about something. Do you like the fact that I chose the Dash ID for the episode Nature Pants and Opposite Day? Because while the previous episode, Sandy's Rocket and Squeaky Boots, used the dot version, Nature Pants and Opposite Day would use the Dash version, as the Dash logo with Dash the boy is the exact opposite of Dot the girl. And Nature Pants and Opposite Day would be another episode that does not have the splashing sound in the CTW logo. Alright, Then we go into the season 1 episodes Culture Shock and Fun, with the PBS air date being October 1st of 1999. And this episode would also use the 1999 PBS Kids Dash ident, and on some fan-made airings of those episodes, the sidewalk logo appears in some airings of those episodes. Culture Shock and Fun. But in reality, it would use the 1999 Dash logo for Culture Shock and Fun. Mr. Krabs does not appear in the episode Opposite Day. Next up, we go into the season 1 episodes Muscle Bob, Buff Pants, and Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost, with the PBS air date being October 8th of 1999. And this would use the 1999 PBS Kids ident. And, like before, some airings of those episodes, some fan-made airings would have the sidewalk logo that Jeremy Barton came up with. But in reality, those episodes, Muscle Bob, Buff Pants, and Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost would obviously use the dot logo. Alright. Next up is the season 1 episode Scaredy Pants and I Was a Teenage Gary, with the PBS air date being October 29th of 1999. And those episodes would use the 1999 PBS Kids ident, and would be the last episodes to use the 1998 Chuck E. Cheese's chalkboard ad. And also, there's a special variant of the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo for the episode Scaredy Pants and I Was a Teenage Gary. In addition to the water splashing sounds, it would also have the sound of SpongeBob screaming in those episodes. What do you think of that special variant for those episodes? Alright, next up we go into the season 1 episodes SB129 and Karate Choppers, with the PBS air date being December 31st of 1999, and it would use the 1999 PBS Kids. The air date for I Was a Teenage Gary and Scaredy Pants is October 29th of 1999. Like before, Scaredy Pants and I Was a Teenage Gary would use the 1999 ident, and would be the last one to use the Chuck E. Cheese's chalkboard advertisement. Anyway, next up is SB129 and Karate Choppers, with the PBS air date being December 31st of 1999. And those episodes would also use the 1999 PBS Kids ident. And those episodes, SB129 and Karate Choppers, would also be the very first to use the 1999 Chuck E. Cheese's ad that was first shown in season 6 of Barney and Friends. And that, of course, is the Chuck E. Cheese's Share the Fun and Grow advertisement. Next up, we go into the season 1 episode Sleepy Time and Suds, with the PBS air date being January 17th of 2000. And that air date is also the same day the Dragon Tales episodes Do Not Pass Gnome and Treasure Hunt premiered on PBS as well. And Sleepy Time and Suds would also use the 1999 PBS Kids ident, with some airings of these episodes using the sidewalk ident that Jeremy Barton came up with. But in reality, those episodes would use dot. All right. Next up, we go into the season 1 episodes, Valentine's Day and the Paper, with the PBS air date being February 14th, 2000. And these episodes would use the 1999 PBS Kids Dash ident. Note, in this episode, the audio in the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo is 1 pitch higher than usual. Oh, and there's a note for Sleepy Time and Suds. And these episodes would have the audio in the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo being 1 pitch lower than usual. And by the way, Valentine's Day and the Paper would be the last episodes to use the sidewalk ident on some PBS fan-made airings. All right. Next up is the season 1 episodes, The Chaperone and Employee of the Month, with the PBS air date being March 8th, 2000. Those episodes would use the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident. Next up, we go into the season 1 episodes Ard and Rock Bottom, with the PBS air date being March 15th, 2000. Those episodes would use the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident as well. Then we go into the season 1 episodes Texas and Walking Small, with the PBS air date being March 22nd, 2000. And this uses the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident as well. Then we go into the season 1 episodes Fools in April and Neptune Spatula, the PBS air date being April 7th, 2000, and it would use the 1999 PBS Kids Dash ident. And the note for this episode is Fools in April those episodes, Fools in April and Neptune Spatula, would have the audio in the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo 1 pitch higher than usual. But while Valentine's Day has the splashing noises, Fools in April does not. Next up, we go into the season 2 episodes, Something Smells and Bossy Boots, with the PBS air date being October 30th, 2000. And it would use the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident. And this would be the first episode in airing order to use digital ink and paint animation. And this would also be one of the 2 episodes to use the still version of the Sesame Workshop Blue House and Green Roof logo with the breathy synth chime tune. Like before, there are special sound effects used for SpongeBob episodes with water splashing sounds in the Sesame Workshop logo. There's also an error in those episodes. It says the error in this episode is that the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident uses the 1999 Dash ident's audio, which that error also occurred on an episode of Arthur on a program break uploaded by FETC 728 that was recorded after an Arthur episode. And Jeremy Barton said he saw that exact same error occur when he was watching a season 1 episode of Clifford the Big Red Dog as well. Isn't that right? There's a note there for season 2. It says the season 2 funding is basically the Ready to Learn funding plug introduced on Clifford the Big Red Dog, with the purple words Ready to Learn and dot circular PBS Kids logo. And there are 2 versions of the SpongeBob SquarePants season 2 funding. The music remains the same as the season 1 funding of SpongeBob SquarePants. From October 30th, 2000 to May 25th, 2001, the Circle CPB, aka Corporation for Public Broadcasting, logo with no byline was used. However, other shows like season 1 of Clifford the Big Red Dog only used the square CPB logo. Alright, next up we go into the Season 2 episode, Christmas Who, with the PBS air date being December 15th, 2000. And it would be the last episode to use the still version of the Sesame Workshop Blue House and Green Roof logo with the Breppy Synth chime tune. And the first episode to use a 2000 PBS Kids ident, a 2000 transformation ident to be exact, and it's the 2000 Dot transformation variant of the PBS Kids ident, which of course has Dot the girl transforming into a tiger, then turning into an octopus, then turning into an astronaut. Then she floats up, and then the PBS Kids ident, and then the circular PBS Kids logo with Dot on it appears in a starry night background. Next up, we go into the Season 2 episodes, Dying for Pie and Imitation Crabs, with the PBS air date being January 31st of 2001. This would also use the 2000 PBS Kids Dot transformation ident. It would also be the first episode to use the fully animated Sesame Workshop logo, in which the SpongeBob episodes from Seasons 2 to 6 use special sound effects in the logo, with SpongeBob screaming and Patrick laughing. Season 2 uses the fully animated logo with the blue house and the green roof. Yeah, and you are correct. The snow globe ident didn't exist yet when the episode Christmas Who aired. Alright. Next up, we go into the Season 2 episodes Big Pink Loser and Bubble Buddy, with the PBS air date being February 9th of 2001. It would also be the first, and Big Pink Loser and Bubble Buddy would be the first episode to use the 2000 Dash transformation variant of the PBS Kids ident. This one would have Dash the boy transforming into a caveman, then turning into a scuba diver, then turning into a robot. Then he grabs the letters PBS with a pair of robot-like mechanical arms, and then he drops the PBS logo, and it turns into the circular PBS Kids logo with Dash on a pale spring bud background with dark blue bubbles wobbling and shaking. Not to mention, Dash is this Patrick Star in the show when he's a caveman. And in Bubble Buddy, the fishbowl logo wasn't used at the time, so that's why the Dash transformation ident is used. Just like in Christmas Who, the Dot transformation ident is used because the snow globe one didn't exist. Right? Alright, next up we go into the final Season 1 episode of SpongeBob SquarePants to air. And you know what that is? The Season 1 episodes, Hooky and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2, with the PBS air date being March 6th of 2001, which is also the exact same day Columbia TriStar Home Video released the final Dragon Tales releases with the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo. And they are Keep on Trying and Let's Play Together. And PBS air date for Hooky and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2 is March 6, 2001. And these episodes would use the 2000 PBS Kids Dash transformation ident. This would be the last episode to be from Season 1 with cell animation. Last episode to use the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo. Last episode with the Season 1 funding. And only episode from Season 1 to have a PBS Kids Dash transformation ident and a transformation ident in general. So yeah, even though the Sesame Workshop logo was first being used when Season 2 first broadcasted back in October 2000, the SpongeBob episodes Hooky and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2, despite airing in 2001, used the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo instead of the still or the fully animated Sesame Workshop logos, because Hooky and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2 are from Season 1 and are not from Season 2. So what is very, very, very interesting about the fact that I gave you, Jeremy Barton. All right, next up we go into the Season 2 episodes, No Free Rides and I'm Your Biggest Fanatic, with the PBS air date being April 20th of 2001. And those episodes would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident. All right, next up we go into the Season 2 episodes Grandma's Kisses and Squidville, with the PBS air date being May 4th of 2001, and it would also use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident. And there's a note. In the episode Squidville, Elmo's World is briefly shown, which is not in the Nickelodeon airings. The Elmo's World episode shown is the dancing episode. And that, of course, is the scene in the dancing episode where Elmo tries to open his drawer so that he could start a quiz. Where he's like, Elmo knows what can dance and what can't dance. Elmo will show you. Oh, maybe not. That's what it sounded like. All right. Next up, we go into the Season 2 episodes Pre-Hibernation Week in Life of Crime, with the PBS air date being May 11th of 2001. And this would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident. Seasons 1 through 11 would still stay on PBS, Jeremy Barton. Despite SpongeBob moving to Cartoon Network in Season 12, Seasons 1 through 11 would still air on PBS. So, Pre-Hibernation Week in Life of Crime would air on PBS May 11th, 2001, and used the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident. All right, next up, we go into the Season 2 episode Survival of the Idiots and Dumped, with the PBS air date being May 18th of 2001. And those episodes would use the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident. And but unlike the episode Something Smells and Bossy Boots, which incorrectly used the dash ident's audio playing over the dot ident, the episode Survival of the Idiot and Dumped, on the other hand, would use the correct dot audio playing in the PBS Kids dot ident. Now, here's a note here. For Survival of the Idiots and Dumped, it says that in the episode, the audio and the Sesame Workshop logo is one pitch lower than usual. What do you find very interesting about the Season 1 episodes Hooky and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2, Jeremy Barton? Yes, they would still keep the original logos. Yes, Jeremy Barton, they keep the original logos for Seasons 1 through 11. They would still keep the original PBS logos for the series, even on reruns of seasons 1 through 11. They would still keep the old ones like the P-Pals, and in season 1, the 1999 dot and dash logos for season 1 as well, along with dash transformation. For season 2, they would keep dot, dash, dash transformation, dot transformation, fishbowl, snow globe, etc. Season 3 would keep it the same as well. Seasons 4 through 8 would keep the Go idents. Season 9 would keep the 2008 PBS Kids idents. So yeah. Next up, we go into the season 2 episodes, Pressure and the Smoking Peanut, with the PBS air date being May 25th, 2001. It would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident. This would be the last episode to use the early season 2 funding with the CPB circle logo and the Ready to Learn funding plug. So Pressure and the Smoking Peanut would use the dot transformation ident, air on May 25th, 2001. Would be the last one to use the last episode to use the early season 2 funding with the CPB circle logo in the Ready to Learn funding plug. All right. Next up, we go into the season 2 episodes, The Secret Box and Fan Geeks, with the PBS air date being September 7th of 2001. It would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident, which fits for the episode Fan Geeks because even though there's a lot of marching and running in the episode, Squidward is an octopus, and he is the band teacher in the episode too, which is why it uses the dot transformation ident with correct audio, because it focuses on Squidward. And The Secret Box and Band Geeks would also be the first episode to use the CPB square logo on the funding plug. However, it still does not have the byline. Season 1 of Clifford the Big Red Dog also does not have the byline either. This would be used from September 7th, 2001 to August 1st, 2003. Yes, even Sidewalk is kept. All right. Next up, we go into the season 2 episodes, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy Free and Squirrel Jokes, with the PBS air date being September 14th, 2001, and would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident as well. But there's an error. Now listen to close attention to what I'm going to say for the error for Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy Free, and Squirrel Jokes. You ready? Yes, PBS airings of Band Geeks indeed keeps the awesome song Sweet Victory. So, the interesting error is that in Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy Free, and Squirrel Jokes during the Sesame Workshop logo, you would hear the stretching sound from the regular Sesame Workshop logo. But then, after the house in the Sesame Workshop logo bounces, it changes to the audio from the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo for some reason. What do you find very interesting about those episodes, Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy Free, and Squirrel Jokes, about that error? All right. Next up, we go into the season 2 episode Sailor Mouth and Artist Unknown, with the PBS air date being September 21st of 2001. And those episodes would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident as well. Then we go into the season 2 episodes Jellyfish Hunter and the Fry Cook Games, with the PBS air date being September 28, 2001. And those episodes would use the 1999 PBS Kids dash ident. Then we go into the season 2 episodes Sandy, SpongeBob, and the Worm and Squid on Stripe, with the PBS air date being October 12th of 2001. Those episodes would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident. Then we go into the season 2 episodes Procrastination and I'm with Stupid, with the PBS air date being January 4th of 2002. And these episodes would use the 2000 PBS Kids dash transformation ident. And believe it or not, I'm with Stupid also focuses on Patrick, besides Big Pink Loser. So, Procrastination and I'm with Stupid does use the 2000 PBS Kids dash transformation ident as well. And it would be the last episode to use the 1999 Chuck E. Cheese's Share the Fun and Grow ad. There should have been a note. I should have added a note there, but I will tell you what it is. So, the PBS airings of Procrastination would cut out the crash scene, the nudity scenes, and the scene of SpongeBob doing the workout. But everything else is kept, besides those things being cut out. There's also a note here. In this episode, Procrastination and I'm with Stupid, the audio in the Sesame Workshop logo is one pitch lower than usual, just like on Survival of the Idiots and Dumped. Alright, next up we go into the season 3 episodes Just One Bite and the Bully, with the PBS air date being January 21st of 2002, the same day Cyber Chase premiered on PBS. And it would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident. And this would be the first episode to premiere in the SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon, which would air shortly after Cyber Chase finished up. The SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon would air just after Cyber Chase. Well, for Jellyfish Hunter, Mr. Krabs orders SpongeBob to catch lots of jellyfish. All right. Next up, we go into the season 3 episode Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 4 and Doing Time, which would also air on PBS January 21st of 2002, and is the second episode to premiere in the SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon, right after Just One Bite and the Bully. And by the way, Just One Bite and the Bully contains the edited version of Just One Bite that removes the explosion and the gasoline scenes, just like on the Nickelodeon broadcast beginning in January 2002 as well. So, Man, Barnacle Boy 4 and Doing Time, it is the second episode to premiere in the SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon, and the first episode with a 2002 PBS Kids ident, and it uses the 2002 Fishbowl ident. which of course is where Dash, the boy, looks at a goldfish in a fishbowl, then comes close to the fishbowl and imagines himself as an orange goldfish, and then gets eaten by Dot, and then bubbles covered the screen to transition to Dot's PBS Kids logo being shown, with bubbles floating upward. And on SpongeBob SquarePants, the PBS Kids fishbowl ident would fade in and out and would say pbskids.org on the bottom left, just like on Arthur episodes from season 7 8 and Arthur It's Only Rock and Roll. All right. Next up, we go into the season 2 episodes. Welcome to the Chum Bucket and Frankendoodle, with the PBS air date being January 21st of 2002. It uses the 2002 PBS Kids fishbowl ident as well. There's also a note for Just One Bite that I should read as well. For Just One Bite in the Bully, not only is it the first episode to premiere in the SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon, but it's also the first to use the purple roof and green house in the Sesame Workshop logo. First to use the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Laughing Kids ad, where season 3 has the mascot in the logo. And the season 3 funding of SpongeBob SquarePants is a lot like the season 2 funding of Clifford the Big Red Dog and the Clifford's Puppy Days funding, because it has the red words Ready to Learn Television Cooperative Agreement, and has the Public Broadcasting Service announcement with Dot's circular PBS Kids logo. This time, the CPB Square logo is a byline reading a private corporation funded by the American people. The SpongeBob music in the funding remains the same, but beginning with season 3, Squidward announces the funding. Anyway, Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy 4, and Doing Time. The PBS air date would be January 21st, 2002. Second episode to premiere in the SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon. First episode with a 2002 PBS Kids ident, which is the fishbowl ident. Then we go into the Welcome to the Chum Bucket and Frankendoodle, which are season 2 episodes that would air on January 21st, 2002. And these episodes would use the 2002 Welcome to the Chum Bucket and Frankendoodle would also use the 2002 PBS Kids fishbowl ident as well. And it would be the last episode to premiere in the SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon. And the only season 2 episode to use the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Laughing Kids ad, but this episode does not have the mascot. I would have to say fishbowl and dot transformation are both equally common. So, what do you think of the 3 episodes for the SpongeBob Underwater, the Bully, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 4, Doing Time, Welcome to the Chump Bucket, and Frankendoodle? With Just One Bite in the Bully using the 2000 dot transformation ident, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 4 and Doing Time using the fishbowl ident, along with Welcome to the Chump Bucket and Frankendoodle also using the fishbowl ident from 2002. All right, now pay close attention to the next one because this is very, very interesting. Next up, we go into the season 3 episode Snowball Effect and One Crab's Trash, with the PBS air date being February 22nd, 2002, I should have written down. I accidentally put February 20th. But, all right, here we go. I fixed it. Snowball Effect and One Crab's Trash. The PBS air date would be February 22nd of 2002. The PBS air date for Snowball Effect and One Crab's Trash would be February 22nd of 2002. Which would be almost 3 weeks after season 33 of Sesame Street premiered. February 20th, 2002, that is. And season 33 premiered on February 4th, 2002. And you're not going to believe what PBS Kids logo appears on Snowball Effect and One Crab's Trash, because they are from season 3 and aired in 2002. Believe it or not, the PBS air dates, the PBS airings of the episode Snowball Effect and One Crab's Trash, even when it premiered on February 22nd, 2002, does use the 2002 PBS Kids Snow Globe ident, which has Dash the boy ice skating in an ice rink. Then he feels the ground shake and stops skating. And then meanwhile, the camera zooms out to reveal that he is inside a snow globe, which Dot, the girl, is holding the snow globe, of course. And Dot, instead of having lime green skin like usual, Dot has bluish gray skin in the snow globe ident. And it would have snowflakes covered the screen to transition to the PBS Kids logo with Dot in it, with snowflakes coming down. And like the fishbowl ident, the snow globe ident would also fade in and out and say pbskids.org, just like on Arthur episodes from season 7 and 8. Perfectly fits, because the snow globe ident perfectly fits those episodes, because SpongeBob and Patrick are throwing snowballs at each other, even though it's not snowing. It actually is snowing at the beginning of the episode, but then when Patrick makes snow angels, it stops snowing. But it SpongeBob and Patrick are throwing snowballs at each other. It starts snowing in the episode, but then when Patrick makes snow angels, it stops snowing. But SpongeBob and Patrick still throw snowballs at each other. That's why it has the snow globe ident. Yeah, so Snowball Effect and One Crab's Trash would air on PBS February 22nd, 2002, which is 18 days after season 33 of Sesame Street premiered, and 8 days after season 2 of Clifford premiered as well. And yes, Snowball Effect and One Crab's Trash does use the PBS Kids Snow Globe ident, which perfectly fits because it snows at the beginning, Patrick makes snow angels, and SpongeBob and Patrick throw snowballs at each other. Squidward eventually joins in the fun near the end of the episode, even though he didn't really want to throw snowballs throughout the episode at first. Next up, we're going to go into the season 3 episodes Nasty Patty and Idiot Fox, with the PBS air date being March 1st of 2002. And those episodes, Nasty Patty and Idiot Fox, would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. Here's an interesting note for the PBS airings. In the episode Idiot Fox, Elmo Elmo's World is shown on Squidward's TV, which is not on the Nickelodeon airings. The Elmo's World episode shown in this episode is the beginning of the food episode with the season 1 theme song and opening sequence, which of course, the season 1 intro and theme of Elmo's World is the one that has Elmo walking past his closet door and his goldfish Dorothy, and then walking towards the shade, and then draws a curtain on the shade, and then pulls the curtain down. And it would also have, in addition to the intro and opening sequence, it would also have the Guess What Elmo's Thinking About Today's segment in this SpongeBob episode as well, with Cookie Monster's cameo appearance. Alright, next up we're going to go into the season 3 episodes As Seen on TV and Can You Spare a Dime, with the PBS air date being March 8, 2002, and those episodes As Seen on TV and Can You Spare a Dime would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident, but there is an error. And the error is, in this episode, As Seen on TV and Can You Spare a Dime, the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident uses the 1999 dash ident's audio. Alright. Next up, we're going to go into the season 3 episodes No Weenies Allowed and Squilliam Returns, with the PBS air date being March 15th, 2002. And those episodes would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident. And there is another error in No Weenies Allowed and Squilliam Returns. So, in the episodes No Weenies Allowed and Squilliam Returns, the PBS airings of those episodes, the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident uses the 2002 Fishbowl ident's audio. Just like when PBS airings of the season 2 Clifford the Big Red Dog episodes, A Big Help in the Trouble with Kittens, used the Snow Globe ident's audio from 2002, playing over the 2000 dot transformation ident. Oh yes, for Nasty Patty and Idiot Box, it also has the door making that farting noise, twinkling sounds, and synthesized whistle before he opens the door. All right. Next. So No Weenies Allowed and Squilliam Returns also uses the dot transformation ident, just like As Seen on TV and Can You Spare a Dime. But while As Seen on TV and Can You Spare a Dime uses the 1999 dash audio playing over the dot transformation ID, No Weenies Allowed and Squilliam Returns uses the Fishbowl ID's audio playing over the dot transformation ID. Alright, here we go. Next up, we go into the season 3 episodes Crabborg and Rockabye Bivalve, with the PBS air date being March 29th of 2002. And the episodes Crabborg and Rockabye Bivalve would use the 2000 PBS Kids dash transformation ident, which perfectly fits because in the episode Crabborg, SpongeBob watches a scary robot film, and then he thinks that Mr. Krabs is acting like a robot, and Dash transforms into a robot in the last part of Dash transformation ident. And that's why Crabborg and Rockabye Bivalve uses the Dash transformation ident. So what were your thoughts on the perfectly fitting episodes? What were your thoughts on the perfectly fitting episodes using perfectly fitting PBS Kids logos, like Crabborg and Rockabye Bivalve using the Dash transformation ident, and Snowball affecting one crab's trash using the snow globe ident. Alright, next up we're going to go into the Season 3 episodes Wet Painters and Krusty Krab training video, with the PBS air date being May 10th, 2002. And those episodes, Wet Painters and Krusty Krab training video, would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. Alright. Next up, we're going to go into the Season 3 episode, SpongeBob's House Party, also known as Party Pooper Pants, with the PBS air date being May 17th of 2002. And SpongeBob's House Party would use the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident, which perfectly fits because SpongeBob is inviting everyone for a party. There's like music and dancing and singing and stuff. Yes, there is one more Season 3 episode which uses the dot transformation logo, but it uses the correct audio. There is one more coming up. There is one more with the dash transformation ident, and one more with the 1999 dot ident coming up as well. So stay tuned for those. All right, next up we're going to go into the Season 3 episodes Chocolate with Nuts and Mermaid Man Barnacle Boy 5, with the PBS air date being June 1st, 2002, which is ironically on a Saturday. This would be the only SpongeBob episode on PBS to air on a Saturday, which is a weekend. Unlike most SpongeBob episodes, which usually air on Fridays, and on some episodes, sometimes Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays, but mostly Fridays. And the episodes Chocolate with Nuts and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 5 would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. All right. Next up, we go into the Season 3 episodes Club SpongeBob and My Pretty Seahorse, with the PBS air date being July 26, 2002. And those episodes, Club SpongeBob and My Pretty Seahorse, would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. Now, Club SpongeBob and My Pretty Seahorse would be the last episodes in airing order to use the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Laughing Kids ad. Alright. Next up, we go into the Season 3 episodes New Student Starfish and Clams, with the PBS air date being September 20th, 2002. And yes, these two episodes, New Student Starfish and Clams, do use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. And it's also the first episode to use the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Exercises ad as well. And it does not contain the website information, just like on DVD releases of Arthur and on some Season 7 episodes of Arthur in addition. And the Fishbowl ident perfectly fits for New Student Starfish and Clams, because in the episode Clams, Mr. Krabs and Squidward and SpongeBob and Squidward, Mr. Krabs, because in the episode Clams, Mr. Krabs takes SpongeBob and Squidward clam fishing. And remember, I came up with a fan-made PBS Kids, a marathon called the PBS Kids Fish-a-thon. It would first The PBS airings of New Student Starfish keep the Big Fat Meanie reference on there for some reason, surprisingly. PBS airings of New Student Starfish, they keep the Big Fat Meanie reference. Because it was intended to be funny. And and remember when I talked about a fan-made PBS Kids marathon called the PBS Kids Fish-a-thon? It would have the following episodes: the Arthur episodes, Castaway and the Great Sock Mystery, the Dragon Tales episodes, the Arthur episodes, Castaway and the Great Sock Mystery, the Hey Arnold episodes, Gerald's Game and Fishing Trip, the Dragon Tales episodes, Bully for You, and the Great White Cloud Whale, the Clifford the Big Red Dog episodes, Fishing Lessons and No Babs for Cleo, and the SpongeBob SquarePants episodes, New Student Starfish and Clams. And I know you made up a Mario Show episode about fishing as well. That would also be for the Fish-a-thon. All right, next up we go into the season 2 episodes, Graveyard. Next up we go into the season 2 episodes, Graveyard Shift and Krusty Love. The PBS air date being October 18th, 2002. And these episodes, Graveyard Shift and Krusty Love, would use the 2002 PBS Kids Snow Globe ident. What do you think of the air date for Graveyard Shift and Krusty Love airing in October 2002 on PBS instead of September to make it look more close to Halloween for the episode Graveyard Shift, despite that episode being paired with Krusty Love and using the Snow Globe ident? All right, next up we're going to go into the season 3 episodes, The Great Snail Race and Midlife Crustacean. The SpongeBob episodes, The Great Snail Race. Next up we go into the SpongeBob episodes, The Great Snail Race and Midlife Crustacean, with the PBS air date being January 24th of 2003. And these episodes would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. And yes, October 18th, 2002 is 4 days after Elwood City Turns 100 aired, even though that episode had Dash Transformation. So, The Great Snail Race and Midlife Crustacean would air on PBS on January 24th of 2003 and would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. For some reason, even though The Great Snail Race is about the snails having a race, it does not have the 1999 dot ident. It instead uses the more common PBS Kids ident used for season 3, which is the Fishbowl ident, despite the fact that The Great Snail Race focuses on snails having a race. Next up, we're going to go into the season 3 episode, which is the Lost episode, also known as The Sponge Who Could Fly, with the PBS air date being March 21st of 2003. And that episode, The Sponge Who Could Fly, would use the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident, just like on SpongeBob's House Party. This is the second episode to use a 1999 PBS Kids ident in season 3. There's one more season 3 episode with the 1999 PBS Kids ident, except it'll use a different PBS Kids ident from 1999, which we will get to very shortly. Next up, we're going to go into the last season 2 episodes that aired. The last season 2 episodes that aired, which are Shanghai and Gary Takes a Bath, with the PBS air date being August 1st of 2003, which is also Jeremy Barton's 7th birthday. And the episode Shanghai and Gary Takes a Bath would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident, which perfectly fits in Gary Takes a Bath because SpongeBob tries to get Gary to come into the bathtub, but Gary refuses. And not to mention, there could be bubbles in the bath as well. So that's why it has the fishbowl ident for Shanghai and Gary Takes a Bath. What do you think? And Shanghai and Gary Takes a Bath would be the last episode to use the blue house and green roof and the Sesame Workshop logo, the last one to use the Season 2 funding, and the last episode to use no website information in the Chuck E. Cheese's Exercises ad. There's also a note. The Patchy the Pirate voting scenes and all 3 endings are kept intact on the PBS airings of this episode. And about the Great Snail Race and Midlife Crustacean, they keep the panty raids joke in the PBS airings for some reason. They keep the panty raids joke on the PBS airings of the Great Snail Race and Midlife Crustacean. Alright. Next up, we go into the Season 3 episodes, Born Again Crabs and I Had an Accident, with the PBS air date being October 10th, 2003, and Born Again Crabs and I Had an Accident would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident, and they would be the first episodes to use the website information in the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Exercises ad that says chuckecheese.com, which I assume is also seen on the Season 8 episodes of Arthur as well, in addition to the opening door version. But what would be different about Shanghai and Gary Takes a Bath about the PBS Kids Fishbowl ident, even though Stinky Friends has the fishbowl logo that cuts in and out and has no URL. And you want to know what's very interesting about what PBS Kids logos follow Season 2 of SpongeBob versus Season 1 of Clifford? In Season 1 of Clifford, the PBS Kids idents that are shown are the 1999 dot ident with the correct audio or the 1999 dash audio, depending on the episodes. The 1999 dash ident, the 2000 dot transformation ident, the 2000 and the 2000 dash transformation ident, while the early Season 2 funding of SpongeBob SquarePants with the Circle Corporation for Public Broadcasting logo is followed by either the 1999 dot ident with either the correct audio or the 1999 dash ident's audio, the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident, and the 2000 PBS Kids dash transformation ident, while the later Season 2 funding has either the 1999 PBS Kids dash ident, the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident, the 2000 PBS Kids dash transformation ident, the 2002 fishbowl ident, or the 2002 snow globe ident. That's what's different. All right. Next up, we're going to go into the season 3 episodes Missing Identity and Plankton's Army, with the PBS air date being January 19th of 2004, which is exactly 1 month after the Sesame Street episode 4048 was re-edited to include the Feet episode of Elmo's World on there, which replaced the Bugs one. Because that edit happened on December 19th, 2003, and those SpongeBob episodes aired on January 19th, 2004. And the season 3 episodes Missing Identity and Plankton's Army would be the third and final episode to use a 1999 PBS Kids ident, but unlike Party Pooper Pants and The Sponge Who Could Fly, which both used a dot ident, Missing Identity and Plankton's Army, on the other hand, uses the 1999 PBS Kids dash ident this time, which perfectly fits for Missing Identity because SpongeBob has to think about where he last left his name tag at. Even though in Plankton's Army at the very end, Mr. Krabs runs out of the screen going, "Curse you, Squidward!" Alright, next up we're going to go into the season 3 episode SpongeBob BC Before Comedy, aka UGG, with the PBS air date being March 5th of 2004. And SpongeBob BC Before Comedy would use the 2000 PBS Kids dash transformation ident, which perfectly fits because in that episode, SpongeBob BC, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward are cavemen, and they go, they see SpongeGar, Patar, and Squog. And there's a note. The staring contest scene is cut in PBS airings of this episode, just like when the jellyfish dance was cut out in Jellyfish Jam on PBS airings. You know why? Because both of those scenes have very rapid flashing that could be very uncomfortable for some young children that are prone to having some brain stuff, like some brain wonkiness. Alright. Next up, we go into the season 3 episodes, Krabby Land and the Camping episode, with the PBS air date being April 9th of 2004, which is exactly 4 days after season 35 of Sesame Street premiered, with The Street We Live On. And Krabby Land and the Camping episode would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident. And this would be in Krabby Land and the Camping episode, just like Just One Bite in the Bully, also uses the correct dot transformation audio. Because in the Camping episode, it focuses on Squidward, and SpongeBob and Patrick have astronaut suits on in one scene as well. Yeah, and the Sponge Who Could Fly has SpongeBob flying, and that's why that uses dot. Alright. This next one would be very interesting, because the last episode of season 3, SpongeBob meets the Strangler and pranks a lot. The PBS air date would be October 11th, 2004, which is the exact same day the PBS Kids Go block launched. However, SpongeBob SquarePants would not be part of the PBS Kids Go block until season 4, beginning in 2005. And because this is from season 3, because it's from season 3, and SpongeBob was not part of the Go block until season 4, despite SpongeBob Meets the Strangler and Pranks a Lot airing on PBS on October 11th, 2004, it still uses a PBS Kids ident. And SpongeBob Meets the Strangler and Pranks a Lot would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident, and it would be the last episode to use a 1999 to 2008 PBS Kids ident overall, and the last one to use the purple roof and green house in the Sesame Workshop logo. And it is the first episode to use the 2004 Chuck E. Cheese's advertisements with the Avenger Chuck. Whereas Krabby Land in the camping episode was the last one to have Cool Chuck. And what makes it really interesting is that SpongeBob Meets the Strangler and Pranks a Lot are the only time you get to see the season 3 funding with the 2004 Chuck E. Cheese's advertisement. And the only time you see a 2004 Chuck E. Cheese's advertisement with a PBS Kids logo instead of a PBS Kids Go logo. Alright, next up we go into the premiere of Season 4, Fear of a Krabby Patty and Shell of a Man, with the PBS air date being May 6, 2005. This would be the first episodes to be part of the PBS Kids Go block and to use the red roof and purple house in the Sesame Workshop logo. And Fear of the Krabby Patty and Shell of a Man would use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident. Here's a note. The Season 4 funding is basically the second PBS Kids Go funding plug from Maya and Miguel, except with pictures of Maya and Miguel being replaced by pictures of SpongeBob and Patrick. The music is the same as the funding for the first 3 seasons. The Season 4 funding would also continue to be used in Season 5, Season 6, Season 7, and Season 8, being used for 8 years. Being used for 7 years, I meant to say. Let me fix that right now. Being used for 7 years. All right, next up we're going to go into the Season 4 episodes, The Lost Mattress and Crab vs. Plankton, with the PBS air date being May 13th of 2005. And this would use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident as well. And then we go to the Season 4 episode, Skill Crane and Good Neighbors, with the PBS air date being May 20th of 2005. And Skill Crane and Good Neighbors would use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Button ident, which perfectly fits because Squidward tries to push different buttons on a skill crane so that he could try to win the skill crane. Seven years, despite being updated with different PBS Kids Go logos. All right, here we go. So the button logo from 2004 perfectly fits because Squidward is pushing all those buttons on the skill crane to try to win it. All right, next up is the season 4 episode Selling Out and Funny Pants, with the PBS air dates being October 21st of 2005. This would use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident. Next up is the season 4 episodes Enemy in Law and Mermaid Man Bark Boy 6, the motion picture, which would air on PBS October 28th of 2005 and would use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident as well. All right. Next up, we're going to go into the last episodes of season 4 to air in 2005 on PBS, which are Patrick Smart Pants and SquidBob Tentacle Pants, with the PBS air date being December 30th of 2005, which is also the same day season 36 of Sesame Street concluded, with episode 4108. And Patrick Smart Pants and SquidBob Tentacle Pants would use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident as well. Now, Jeremy Barton, get ready for this, because the next 5 episodes would be part of the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob Marathon from August 14th, 2006. So, the first episode of the Super SpongeBob Marathon would be Dunces and Dragons, with the air date being August 14th of 2006. And it uses the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident. And here's a note. This would be the first episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob event on PBS, which began airing immediately after the Sesame Street Season 37 premiere, with Abby Cadabby wrapped up. So what it's saying is the SpongeBob episodes would air immediately after Sesame Street was over. So, the SpongeBob episodes in the marathon, with the first one being Dunces and Dragons, would air immediately after the 37th season premiere of Sesame Street, because it would first air the season's 37 premiere of Sesame Street, but then after the season 37 premiere of Sesame Street is done, it then goes to the Super SpongeBob Marathon. All right. The next one would be, in the Super SpongeBob Marathon, would be Krusty Towers and Mrs. Puff You're Fired, with the PBS air date also being August 14th of 2006. It would use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident as well, and this would be the second episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob event. Next up, we go into the Season 4 episodes Ghost Host and Chimps Ahoy, with the PBS air date also being August 14th, 2006. Uses the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident as well. This would be the third episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob event. And then next up is Whale of a Birthday and Karate Island, with the PBS air date also being August 14th, 2006. It also uses the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident, and this would be the fourth episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob event. Yeah. What I mean is, like, after the season's 37 premiere of Sesame Street wraps up, you get to see the schedule bumpers and the interstitials and trailers for shows and a station ID, but then the Super SpongeBob Marathon immediately begins after these. That's what I mean by that, Jeremy Barton. So, what do you find very, very interesting about the Super SpongeBob Marathon, Jeremy Barton? So, Season 4, Whale of a Birthday in Karate Island, would be the 4th episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob event. And then the last birthday is All That Glitter. Alright, the 5th and final episode for the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob event would be All That Glitters and Wishing You Well, with the PBS air date also being August 14th, 2006. This would also use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo Ident. This would be the 5th and last episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob event. What PBS Kids ID did you think you saw? What PBS Kids Ident did you think you seen? Even though you may not be sure which PBS Kids Ident appeared on episode 4109, which is the season 37 premiere, what is your guess on what PBS Kids Ident appeared on that episode? So, about the Super SpongeBob Marathon, the Super SpongeBob Marathon would begin on August 14th, 2006, right after the Sesame Street Season 37 premiere is over. With the interstitials and stuff coming after Sesame Street, and then after the interstitials and the trailers for the shows and station ID, the SpongeBob episodes would be shown then. Now, what do you find very interesting about the Super SpongeBob Marathon coming after the Sesame Street Season 37 premiere? All right. Next up, we're going to go into Season 4's New Leaf and Once Bitten, with the PBS air date being September 22nd, 2006. Which uses the 2004 PBS Kids Go Tubes ident, which fits because even though the Snow Globe ident already appeared at that time, SpongeBob was moved to the Go block in Season 4, and those episodes are from Season 4, because there are snow globes shown in the episode New Leaf, and Plankton tries to turn over a new leaf after trying to steal the secret formula. That's why the Tubes ident is shown. Alright, next up we go into the Season 4 episodes Bummer Vacation and Wig Struck, with the PBS air date being November 24th, 2006. Which would use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident as well. And then we go into the episode Squidtastic Voyage and That's No Lady, with the PBS air date being December 1st, 2006, using the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident. And then we go into the Season 4 episodes, The Thing and Hocus Pocus, with the PBS air date being January 15th, 2007. which uses the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident. Then we go into the season 4 episodes Driven to Tears and Rule of Dumb, with the PBS air dates being February 19th, 2007, with the 2004 PBS Kids Go Steps ident. Being shown on that episode. And then we go into the season 4 episodes Best Day Ever and The Gift of Gum, which the PBS air date would be March 2nd of 2007. And you know what happened? You know what March 2nd, 2007 is? Well, most of the time episodes fit with things like the Steps logo, but there is another episode from season 4 with the Steps logo, which I will go over shortly. So The Best Day Ever and The Gift of Gum would air on PBS March 2nd, 2007. And you know what that day is? That's actually 4 days before Sony Wonder released the Sesame Street TV episode Fun Pack Volumes, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 1 contains the season 35 episodes, the Furry Red Monster Parade, which is episode 4062, and the Letter of the Month Club, which is episode 4074. The Furry Red Monster Parade features the Feed episode with the Out of Sync Elmo's World intro, and the Letter of the Month Club contains the male episode of Elmo's World. And Volume 2, TV episode Fun Pack Volume 2, contains Elmo and Zoe's Scientific Exploration, which Volume 2 contains Elmo and Zoe's Scientific Exploration, which is episode 4099 from season 36. And then Abby Cadabby moves to Sesame Street, which is, of course, episode 4109 from season 37, which is the premiere. And Snow White's Meltdown, which is episode 4114 from season 37. Elmo and Zoe's Scientific Exploration as the Flowers, Plants, and Trees episode of Elmo's World. Abby Cadabby moves to Sesame Street as the Friends episode of Elmo's World, which is brand new for season 37. And Snow White's Meltdown has the Elmo's World Penguins episode, which is also brand new for season 20, which is also brand new for season 37. All right. Next up, we go into the season 4 episodes Born to Be Wild and Best Frenemies, with the PBS air date being April 6th, 2007. Which uses the 2004 PBS Kids Go Steps ident, which perfectly fits for Born to Be Wild, because after SpongeBob calls Patrick's name, Patrick runs to the bus in horror, And Squidward screams in horror, "Don't just stand there! Save us!" Like, all right. Next up, we go into the premiere episode of season 5, which is Friend or Foe, with the PBS air date being April 13th, 2007. And it uses the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo ident, and this is the only season 5 episode to use a 2004 PBS Kids Go ident and a 2004 Chuck E. Cheese's advertisement. All right. Next up, we go into the season 5 episode Spy Buddies, Boat Smarts, and good old What's His Name, with the PBS air date being July 23rd, 2007, which uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And this would be the first episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Comedy Marathon from July 23rd to August 3rd, 2007, which marks the debut of the 2007 Chuck E. Cheese's advertisements. And I know episode 4074 had the dot transformation ident, because there has been a program break recorded after that episode with the dot transformation ident. All right. Next up, we go into the season 5 episodes New Digs and Crabs a la Mode, with the PS air date being July 25th, 2007, and it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And it is the second episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Comedy Marathon. And then, next up, we have the season 5 episodes To Love a Patty and Breath of Fresh Squidward, with the PBS air date being July 26, 2007. And it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident as well. And this is the third episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Comedy Marathon. All right, next up, we go into the season 5 episodes Roller Cowards and Bucket Sweet Bucket, with the PBS air date being July 27th, 2007, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And it's the 4th episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Comedy Marathon. Then we go into season 5 episodes The Original Fry Cook and Night Light, with the PBS air date being July 30th, 2007, and it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident, and it is the 5th episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Comedy Marathon. And then we go into the SpongeBob Season 5 episodes Money Talks, SpongeBob vs. the Patty Gadget, and Slimy Dancing, with the PBS air date being July 31st, 2007, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And this is the 6th episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Comedy Marathon. Then we have the season 5 episodes of Flea in Her Dome, The Donut of Shame, and The Krusty Plate, with the PBS air date being August 1st, 2007, which is Also, Jeremy Barton's 11th birthday, and it uses a 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident, and it's the 7th episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Comedy Marathon. And then for Season 5, next up is the Season 5 episodes Picture Day, Pat No Pay, and Blackjack, with the PBS air date being August 2nd, 2007. With the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident, and it's the 8th episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Comedy Marathon. And then there's one more from PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Comedy Marathon, and that is Blackened Sponge and Mermaid Man vs. SpongeBob, with the PBS air date being August 3rd, 2007, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. No. And this is the 9th and last episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Comedy Marathon. Alright, next up we go into the Season 4 episodes, The Pink Purloiner and Squidward, with the PBS air dates being August 10th of 2007, and it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident, and it is the only Season 4 episode to use a 2007 Chuck E. Cheese's advertisement and a 2007 PBS Kids Go ident. Alright. Next up, we go into the Season 5 episodes, The Krusty Sponge and Sing a Song of Patrick, with the PBS air date being August 17th, 2007. And those episodes, The Krusty Sponge and Sing a Song of Patrick, would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. I am going to put that there. Alright, uses 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Alright, next up is the Season 5 episodes Rise and Shine, Waiting, and Fungus Among Us, with the PBS air date being October 5th, 2007, and it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Then next up is the Season 5 episode Atlantis SquarePants, with the PBS air date being November 12th, 2007, and it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Then we go into the Season 5 episodes The Inmates of Summer and To Save a Squirrel, with the PBS air date being November 23rd, 2007, and he also uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And the PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident is actually perfectly fitting for the episode Atlantis SquarePants. You know why? Because in the episode, they find the oldest bubble in Atlantis. And then SpongeBob and Patrick accidentally pop it after taking a picture of the bubble. And that episode guest starred David Bowie. Next up is the Season 5 episodes 20,000 Patties Under the Sea and the Battle of Bikini Bottom. And it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident as well. Next up, we go into the Season 5 episodes, The Two Faces of Squidward and Sponge Hand, with the PBS air date being December 7th, 2007. And it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And there's a note here. In the episode The Two Faces of Squidward, Dragon Tales is shown briefly, which is not on the Nickelodeon airings. The Dragon Tales episode shown is Calling Dr. Zack from Season 1. which is, of course, it shows the scene where Zach and Wheezy fall to the ground, and Zach is like, I'm afraid of going to the doctor. And not to mention, Squidward screams, SpongeBob, you broke my face! Don't just stand there, help me! I need a doctor! What were your thoughts on the episode The Two Faces of Squidward in terms of trivia, as far as the Dragon Tales episode calling Dr. Zach being shown on the screen, with Zach saying that he's afraid to go to the doctor, and Squidward saying that he needs a doctor after SpongeBob breaks Squidward's face? Alright. Next up, we go into the Season 5 episodes, Band in Bikini Bottom as Stanley S. SquarePants, with the air date being December 14th, 2007, and it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. What is very interesting about it, Jeremy Barton, about and then we go into the Season 6 episode, Not Normal and Gone, with the PBS air date being March 7th, 2008. And it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go email ident. And here's a note here. From March 7th to December 12th, 2008, the 2000 Sesame Workshop red roof and purple house logo is still in its original pitch, and the sounds of SpongeBob and screaming and Patrick laughing are still used, but Squidward adds dialogue saying, "Get out of my house!" recycled from the Season 4 episode, Good Neighbors. Next up is the Season 6 episode Sponge Kiss and Suction Cup Symphony with the PBS air date. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change the air date to April 4th, 2008, because Spongegus didn't air until March 29th, 2008 on Nickelodeon, so PBS air date, April 4th, 2008. Well, because SpongeBob is at a computer when he is typing as normal, with the normal voice saying, "Hi, how are you?" That's why the 2007 PBS Kids Go email logo is used, or email ident is used. Spongegus and Suction Cup Symphony would air on PBS April 4th, 2008, and also used the 2007 PBS Kids Go email ident, because it also fits because in Spongegus, Karen the computer appears. And as for the SpongeBob SquarePants episodes Penny Foolish and Nautical Novice, I'm going to change the air date to April 11th, 2008. It would air on PBS April 11th, 2008 for Penny Foolish and Nautical Novice. Spongegus and Suction Cup Symphony is April 4th, 2008. And Penny Foolish and Nautical Novice would be April 11th, 2008, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And as for Season 5 episodes, Pest of the West, that will air on PBS April 18th, 2008. So the season 5 episode, Pest of the West, would air on PBS April 18th, 2008, and would also use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then the season 6 episodes, House Fancy and Krabby Road, would air on PBS on June 13th, 2008, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then for the season 6 episodes, A Life in a Day and Sun Bleached, those episodes would air on PBS June 20th, 2008, and would also use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then for season 6 episodes, Giant Squidward and No Nose Nose, that episode would air on PBS August 8th, 2008, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Balloon ident. And the reason why I chose the PBS Kids Go balloon logo for Giant Squidward is because balloons can grow in size when they're blown, and Squidward grows into a giant after SpongeBob and Patrick spray him with fertilizer. That's why the balloon ident is used for Giant Squidward. Would that work, Jeremy Barton? All right, next up we go into the season 6 episodes. Patty Caper and Plankton's Regular, with the PBS air date being August 15th, 2008, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then for the season 6 episodes, Patty Caper and then for the season 6 episodes, Boating Buddies and the Krabby Chronicle, it would air on PBS August 22nd, 2008, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then we go into the second to last season 5 episode that aired, which is Whatever Happened to SpongeBob, which would air on PBS on October 13th, 2008, which would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then we go into the season 6 episodes, The Slumber Party and Grooming Gary, with the PBS air date being November 28th, 2008, and that uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then we go into the season 6 episodes, Krusty Crushers and the Card, with the PBS air date being December 5th, 2008, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Laptop ident. Then the season 6 episodes, Dear Vikings and Ditchin'. Krusty Crushers and the Card would air on PBS December 5th, 2008. Use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Laptop ident. Then we go into the season 6 episodes, Dear Vikings and Ditching, which would air on PBS December 12th, 2008, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident as well. All right. Next up, we go into the seasons. Some SpongeBob episodes would just use a random PBS Kids Go ident, even though it may or may not perfectly fit, but most of them have it perfectly fitting. But some of them have a random PBS Kids Go ident for some reason. All right, here we go. Next up is the season 6 episode, The Splinter and Slide Whistle Stooges, with the PBS air date being February 20th, 2009. And it uses a 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And here's something interesting. Beginning with this episode, the music in the 2000 Sesame Workshop logo is 4 pitches lower, and Squidward saying, "Get out of my house!" is now recycled from patty caper. The sounds of SpongeBob and Patrick are still the same. Alright, next up we go into the Season 6 episodes Grandpappy the Pirate and Cephalopod Lodge, with the PBS air date being February 27th, 2009, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go email ident. Then we go to the Season 6 episode Shuffleboarding and Professor Squidward, with the PBS air date being March 6, 2009, and it would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then we go into the Season 6 episodes Porous Pockets and Choir Boys, with the PBS air date being March 27th, 2009, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Then the Season 6 episodes Pet or Pests and Computer Overload, with the PBS air date being April 3rd, 2009, which uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Balloon ident for some reason. Despite the fact that Computer Overload focuses on Karen the computer, it does not have the email or the laptop idents. Then we go into the Season 6 episode SpongeBob SquarePants versus the Big One, with PBS air date being April 17, 2009, and it would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Shouting ident. And then we go into the Season 6 episodes Sandcastles in the Sand and Shell Shock, with the PBS air dates being June 26, 2009, which uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Next up, we go into the Season 7 premiere. Which is Tentacle Vision and I Heart Dancing, with the PBS air date being July 20th, 2009. And this would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. It would also be the first episode to air in a Soak Up with SpongeBob marathon from July 20th to July 31st, 2009, containing many Season 6 and Season 7 episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants and 1 Season 5 episode in addition. It probably fits because in one scene, Sandy shouts, "Where is everybody? I'm stranded!" And Tentacle Vision and I Heart Dancing would also be the first episode to use the 2008 Sesame Workshop logo, which, despite having the music interrupted and Squidward saying, "Enough!" from the episode I Heart Dancing, that is, despite the fact that it has Squidward saying "enough" and has the music interrupted, Elmo is still shown in the Sesame Workshop logo for some reason. How ironic would that be? Next up, we go into the Season 7 episodes Growth Spout and Stuck in the Ringer, with the air date being July 21st, 2009. It would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Balloon ident. Then the SpongeBob SquarePants Season 7 episode Someone's in the Kitchen with Sandy and The Inside Job would air on PBS July 22nd, 2009, and use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Then the Season 6 episodes Gullible Pants and Overbooked would air on PBS July 23rd, 2009, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Hopscotch ident. And then the season 6 episodes, No Hat for Pat and Toy Store of Doom, would have the PBS Kids, would air on July 24th, 2009, and use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Balloon ident. And in the season 6 episodes, Pineapple Fever and Chum Caverns would air on PBS July 27th, 2009, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Balloon ident for some reason. Then we go into the season 6 episode, Chum Bucket Supreme, and Single Cell Anniversary, with the PBS air date being July 28th, 2009, which is also my 9th birthday. July 28th, 2009. Uses 2007 PBS Kids Go Hopscotch ident. It's random. Alright. And then in the season 6 episode, Squid's Visit and To SquarePants or To Not to SquarePants, it would air on PBS July 29th, 2009, and use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bicycle Riding ident, which is random. And then we go into the final episode of season 5 to air, which is Goo Goo Gas and La Big Switch, which air on PBS July 31st, 2009, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And it's the last episode to premiere in the Soak Up with SpongeBob marathon, and the last episode to have the 2000 Sesame Workshop Red Roof Purple House logo in its original pitch without Squidward's dialogue, as it's from season 5. Next, we go into the season 6 episode Truth or Square, with the PBS air date being November 20th, 2009, which is exactly 10 days after Truth or Square was released on DVD, containing the extended version. And yes, the PBS airings also had the extended version from the DVD. And would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident for Truth or Square. And in the season 7 episodes, Greasy Buffoons and Model Sponge would air on PBS November 27th, 2009, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And these episodes are from season 7. Then we go to the season 7 episodes, Keep Bikini Bottom Beautiful and A Pal for Gary, which would air on PBS January 8th, 2010, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Hopscotch ident. Then we go to the season 7 episodes, Back to the Past and the Bad Guy Club for Villains, with the PBS air date being February 15th, 2010, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then the season 7 episodes, A Day Without Tears and Summer Job, would air on PBS March 26, 2010, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Falling Blocks ident, which is random. Then we go to the season 7 episodes, The Curse of Bikini Bottom and Squidward and Clarinet Land, with the PBS air date being April 2nd, 2010, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then we go into the season 7 episodes, One Course Meal and Gary in Love, with the PBS air date being April 9th, 2010, and uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Note, in Yep, in the PBS airings of One Course Meal, Plankton's suicide attempt. Plankton's suicide attempt is cut on PBS airings of this episode. This should be another one. This would be another episode in SpongeBob Unedited that you should do, like, for One Course Meal, because of Plankton doing a suicide attempt in a Nickelodeon airing. Just like when Squidward does the same thing in the Season 8 episode, Are You Happy Now? Next up, we go into the Season 7 episodes, The Play's the Thing, and Rodeo Days, which would air on PBS April 16, 2010. Uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Hopscotch ident. Alright, next up we go into SpongeBob SquarePants Season 7 episode, SpongeBob's Last Stand, with the air date being April 30th, 2010, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go shouting ident. And then we go into the last Season 6 episode airing. The last Season 6 episode to air, which is The Clash of Triton, with the PBS air date being July 9th, 2010, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And the last episode to have the 2000 Sesame Workshop Red Roof Purple House logo. Alright, next up we go into the Season 7 episodes, Grandma's Secret Recipe and the Scent of Money, with the PBS air date being July 16th, 2010, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go laptop ident. And then we go into the Season 7 episodes, That Sinking Feeling and Karate Star, with the PBS air date being July 23rd, 2010, uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident, and it would be the last episode on PBS airings to use the theme song without the Nickelodeon logo. Then we go to the Season 7 episodes, Yours, Mine, and Mine, and Cracked Crabs, with the PBS air date being September 17th, 2010, and it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident, and the first episode on PBS airings to use the theme song with the Nickelodeon logo, even though the first episode to air on Nickelodeon with it is Hide and Then What Happens and Shellback Shenanigans. Then we go to the Season 7 episodes, Buried in Time and Enchanted Tiki Dreams, with the PBS air date being September 24th, 2010, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Shrunken Bicycle ident, which is random. Then we go to the two seasons, with the PBS air date being October 1st, 2010, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Balloon ident. Then we go to the Season 7 episodes, The Masterpiece and Welk Attack, with the PBS air date being October 8th, 2010, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Then we go to the Season 7 episodes, Krusty Dogs and the Wreck of the Mauna Loa, with the PBS air date being October 15th, 2010, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Then we go to the Season 7 episode, The Great Patty Caper, with the air date being November 11th, 2010, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bicycle Riding ident. Then we go to the Season 7 episodes, The Abrasive Side and Earworm, with the air date being December 3rd, 2010, with the PBS Kids Go Falling Blocks ident. Next up, we go into the Season 7 episodes, The Curse of the Hex and the Main Drain, with the PBS air date being January 21st, 2011, and it uses the 2007 PBS Kids Go email ident. Those episodes actually premiered on DVD in 2010 before airing on TV in 2011 on January 28th on Nickelodeon. So, The Curse of the Hex and the Main Drain would air on PBS January 21st, 2011, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go email ident, and the first episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go's SpongeBob's Legend of Bikini Bottom Week from January 21st to February 4th, 2011. The Kids Edutainment video logo music plays. Cool. Then we go to the season 7 episodes, The Monster Who Came to Bikini Bottom and Welcome to the Bikini Bottom Triangle, with the PBS air date being January 28th, 2011, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go turning wheel turning ident, which is random. Second episode to premiere in PBS Kids Go's SpongeBob Legends of Bikini Bottom Week. Cool. Then we go to the season 7 episodes, Trench Billies and Sponge Kano, with the PBS air date being February 4th, 2011, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go shouting ident. The third and last episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob Legends of Bikini Bottom Week. Next up, we go into the season 7 episodes, New Fish in Town and Love That Squid, with the PBS air date being February 18th, 2011, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then the season 7 episode, Big Sister Sam and Perfect Chemistry, from March 4th, 2011, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident as well. Alright, that's season 7. Now we're going to go into season 8. Now, the first season 8 episode that would air on PBS is The Friendly Game and Sentimental Sponge, with the PBS air date being April 8th, 2011, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. And then the next one would be the season 8 episode, Squidward School for Grown-Ups and Oral Report, with the PBS air date being June 10th, 2011, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go email ident. Then the SpongeBob SquarePants season 8 episode, which is Frozen Face Off, the PBS air date being July 15th, 2011, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go turning wheel ident. And in the season 8 episodes, Drive Through and the Hot Shot, airing on PBS July 22nd, 2011, with the PBS Kids Go turning wheel ident. PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident, I should say. Alright. Drive Through and the Hot Shot would air on PBS July 22nd, 2011, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Then we go to the season 8 episodes, Accidents Will Happen and the Other Patty, the PBS air date being July 29th, 2011, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Then we go to the season 8 episodes, Sweet and Sour Squid and the Googly Artiste, with the PBS air date being August 5th, 2011, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bicycle Riding ident. And then the season 8 episodes, Barnacle Face and Pet Sitter Pat, would air on PBS September 16th, 2011 with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. Then the season 8 episodes Mermaid Man Begins and Plankton's Good Eye would air on PBS September 23rd, 2011 with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident as well. Then the season 8 episode House Sitting for Sandy and Smooth Jazz at Bikini Bottom would air on PBS September 30th, 2011 and used the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bicycle Riding ident as well. Then we go to the season 8 episode Ghoul Fools with the PBS air date being October 21st, 2011 with the 2007 PBS Kids Go Shouting ident. Then we go to the season 8 episode of SquarePants Family Vacation with the PBS air date being November 21st, 2011, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident. This would be the first episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go SpongeBob's Thanksgiving Break Marathon from November 21st to November 24th, 2011. Then we go into the season 8 episodes Patrick's Staycation and Walking the Plankton, which would air on PBS November 23rd, 2011, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Balloon ident, and the second episode to premiere on PBS Kids Go's SpongeBob Thanksgiving Break Marathon. And then the season 8 episode Mooncation and Mr. Krabs Takes a Vacation would air on PBS November 24th, 2011, and used the 2007 PBS Kids Go Falling Blocks ident. The third and final episode to premiere in PBS Kids Go's SpongeBob's Thanksgiving Break Marathon. Then we go to the season 8 episode Bubble Troubles and The Way of the Sponge with the PBS air date being November 25th, 2011, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident, which perfectly fits because in Bubble Troubles, SpongeBob and Patrick try to get Sandy some more oxygen with bubbles. What were your thoughts on Bubble Troubles from season 8 using the 2007 Bubbles logo for PBS Kids Go, that is, Jeremy Barton? Then we go to the season 8 episodes The Krabby Patty, The 8 Bikini Bottom, and Bubble Buddy Returns, with the PBS air date being December 2nd, 2011, also using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Bubbles ident, which also perfectly fits because Bubble Buddy returns in it. Then we go to the season 8 episode, Are You Happy Now? And Planet the Jellyfish, which would air on PBS April 6, 2012, with the 2007 PBS Kids Go laptop ident. Here's a note here. Squidward's suicide attempts are cut on PBS airings of this episode. Then we have the season 8 episodes Restraining SpongeBob and Fiasco, which would air on PBS April 13th, 2012, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Shrunken Bicycle ident. Then the season 8 episodes Free Samples and Home Sweet Rubble, airing on PBS April 20th, 2012, with the PBS Kids Go Balloon ident. Then we go into the season 8 episode Treats, and for the season 8 episode Karen 2.0, and then Spongiac, which would air on PBS April 27th, 2012, and would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go email ident, which perfectly fits because Karen is a computer and you can send emails through a computer. Then we go to the season 8 episodes Traits and For Hero to Go, with the PBS air date being May 4th, 2012, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go laptop ident. Then we go to the season 9 episodes, Extreme Sports and Squirrel Record, with the PBS air date being July 27, 2012, using the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident, which has Dot the girl blowing some bubbles until the large bubble is blown. And you know what else? It's also 8 years after Sony Wonder released Sesame Street, What's the Name of That Song on VHS and DVD, and also 8 years after Sesame Street episode 4058 aired, which is The Best Pet in the World. So, Extreme Sports and Squirrel Record would be the first season 9 episodes to air, and it would air on July 27, 2012, with the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. The first episode to use a 2008 PBS Kids ident. Here's a note. The season 9 funding is a modern version of the Ready to Learn funding with different colors. The music in the funding is now Hawaiian Adventures SpongeBob Theme 2 instead of Hawaiian. Compared to Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4 through 8 fundings using Hawaiian Adventures SpongeBob Theme 1. Then we go to the Season 8 episodes, Face Freeze and Glove World R.I.P., with the PBS air date being August 1st, 2012, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Hopscotch ident. Then we go to the Season 8 episodes Squiditis and Demolition Doofus, with the PBS air date being August 10th, 2012, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Balloon ident, the last episode to use a 2007 PBS Kids Go ident. Then we go to the Season 9 episodes, License to Milkshake and Squid Baby, with the PBS air date being September 14th, 2012, using the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident, which is another Season 9 episode, by the way. Then the Season 8 episode, Hello Bikini Bottom, with the PBS air date being October 8th, 2012, using the 2009 PBS Kids Go Compass ident, and the first episode to use a 2009 PBS Kids Go ident.
James, here is your reminder. Go to bed.
It's also Jeremy Barton's 16th birthday. We are almost done. So, I meant to say August 3rd, 2012 for Face Freeze and Glove World R.I.P. It would use the 2007 PBS Kids Go Hopscotch ident. Squiditis and Demolition Doofus would air on PBS August 10th, 2012, using the 2007 PBS Kids Go Balloon ident, and it's the last episode to use a 2007 PBS Kids Go ident. It's random. Next up is the Season 8 episode, Hello Bikini Bottom, with the PBS air date being October 8th, 2012, with the 2009 PBS Kids Go Compass ident, the first one to use a 2009 PBS Kids Go ident. Then we go to the Season 8 episodes, The Good Krabby Name and Move It or Lose It, with the PBS air date being October 26th, 2012, using the 2009 PBS Kids Go Peephole ident, which is random. Then we go to the Season 8 episode, Super Evil Aquatic Team is Up to Go, and Chum Fricassee, with the PBS air date being November 2nd, 2012, using the 2009 PBS Kids Go Block Flood ident, which is random. Then we go to the Season 9 episodes, Patrick Man and Gary's New Toy, with the PBS air date being November 9th, 2012, with the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. Then we go to the Season 9 episodes, Little Yellow Book and Bumper to Bumper, airing on PBS November 16th, 2012, using the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. Then we go to the last episode of Season 8 to air, which is It's a SpongeBob Christmas, with the PBS air date being December 23rd, 2012. Using the 2009 PBS Kids Go mountain climbing ident, and the last episode to use a PBS Kids Go ident and the seasons 4 through 8 funding. Mountain climbing fits because you can get snow in the mountains, and it snows during Christmas time. Then we go to the Season 9 episodes, Eek and Urchin and Squid Defense, with the PBS air date being January 11th, 2013, using the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. And the Season 9 episodes, Jailbreak and Evil Spatula. So all Season 9 episodes use the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident, so there's no need to mention all the PBS Kids logos on the Season 9 episodes. Except for some of them, like, which were when they were aired in tandem with Season 10. So, Eek and Urchin and Squid Defense would air on PBS January 11th, 2013, using the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. Season 9 episodes Jailbreak and Evil Spatula would air on PBS March 27th, 2013. Season 9 episodes Safe Deposit Crabs and Plankton's Pet would air on PBS May 31st, 2013. Season 9 episodes Don't Look Now and Seance Schmintz would air on PBS October 14th, 2013, which is a week after Peg Plus Cat premiered. And a week after the 2013 PBS Kids idents appeared with Dot, D, and Del in them. However, the rest of Season 9 would continue using the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident, despite that. It wouldn't be until Season 10 where they use a 2013 PBS Kids ident. So, alright. Don't Look Now and Scenes to Means would air on PBS October 14th, 2013, using the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. SpongeBob You're Fired would air on PBS November 11th, 2013. Kenny the Cat and Yeti Crabs would air on April 3rd, 2015. Lost in Bikini Bottom and Tudor Sauce would air on PBS July 16th, 2015. The Executive Treatment and Squid Plus One would air on PBS September 7th, 2015. Company Picnic and Pull Up a Barrel would air on PBS October 2nd, 2015. Sanctuary and What's Eatin' Patrick would air on PBS October 23rd, 2015. Patrick the Game and the Sewers of Bikini Bottom would air on PBS November 11th, 2015. SpongeBob Longpants and Larry's Gym would air on PBS February 15th, 2016. Mall Girl Pearl and Two Thumbs Down would air on PBS March 12th, 2016. The Fishbowl and Married to Money would air on PBS May 6th, 2016. Sharks vs. Pods and Coffee Bob Ditto Pants would air on PBS May 13th, 2016. Still using the 2008 theme song with cell animation. And then the season 9 episode Sold and Layman Fortune would air on PBS July 15th, 2016. And it would air on, and despite being the first episode to use the HD version of the theme song, it was still used the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident until season 10. And then Pineapple Invasion and Salsa Imbecilicus would air on PBS July 22nd, 2016. Sandy's Nutmare and Bulletin Board would air on PBS October 7th, 2016. Food Con Castaways and Snail Mail would air on PBS October 27th, 2016. Whirly Brains and Mermaid Pants would air on PBS November 4th, 2016. These would be the first season 10 episodes. Whirly Brains and Mermaid Pants would be the first season 10 episodes, and they would air on November 4th, 2016. It would use the 2013 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. And the first episode to use a 2013 PBS Kids ident in general. Note, the season 10 funding just has a still shot of SpongeBob and his friends, which looks completely different than the shot of SpongeBob and his friends in the funding for seasons 2 to 3. The music in the funding is the same as the season 9 funding. The season 10 funding would also be used in season 11. And in the season 9 episodes, Mutiny and the Krusty and the Whole Tooth would air on PBS December 9th, 2016, and would use the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. And in the season 9 episodes, Factory Fresh would air on PBS February 20th, 2017, and would use the 2008 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. And the last episode to use the 2008 PBS Kids ident and the season 9 funding. And about the 2013 PBS Kids logo, which is bubbles, it has Dot, D, and Del blowing bubbles. And then the PBS Kids circular logo with dash with kids below the word PBS this time, instead of PBS in a separate font bubble with kids below the green circle. And then we have the season 10 episodes Mimic Madness and Housewarming, which would air on PBS March 3rd, 2017, using the 2013 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. The season 10 episode Snooze, and by the way, Factory Fresh would be the last season 9 episode to air as well. Mimic Madness and Housewarming, the season 10 episodes Mimic Madness and Housewarming would air on PBS March 3rd, 2017, using the 2013 PBS Kids Bubbles ident. Snoozy Loos and Krusty Catering would air on PBS March 10th, 2017. SpongeBob's Place and Plankton Gets to Spoot would air on PBS March 17th, 2017, which is St. Patrick's Day. The season 10 episodes Life Insurance and Burst Your Bubble would air on PBS March 24th, 2017. And in the season 10 episodes, Plankton Retires and Trident Trouble would air on PBS March 31st, 2017. Well, Life Insurance and Burst Your Bubble is March 24th, 2017. And then Unreal Estate and Code Yellow would air on PBS on June 9th, 2017. And then The Getaway and Lost and Found would air on PBS June 16th, 2017. And then Patrick's Coupon and Out of the Picture would air on PBS June 23rd, 2017. And then we go to the first season 11 episode, Spot Returns and the Checkup, which would air on PBS June 30th, 2017. And season 11 would be the last season of SpongeBob SquarePants to air on PBS before HBO Max premieres episodes and Cartoon Network airs episodes beginning in season 12. Anyway, then we have the episodes Cave Dwelling Sponge and the Clam Whisperer, which would air on PBS September 29th, 2017. Then the season 11 episodes Man Ray Returns and Larry the Floor Manager, airing on PBS October 6, 2017. Then the season 10 episodes Feral Friends and Don't Wake Patrick, which would air on PBS October 13th, 2017. Then the season 11 episodes The Legend of Bikini Bottom, which would air on PBS October 20th, 2017. And the Krabby Patty Creature Feature, which would air on and Teacher's Pests, which would air on PBS October 27th, 2017. And then the season 11 episodes No Pictures Please and Stuck on the Roof, which would air on PBS November 10th, 2017. Then we have the Spin the Bottle and There's a Sponge in My Soup, which would air on PBS November 17th, 2017, which are all from season 11, that is. And then the episodes Squid Noir and Scavenger Pants, which would air on PBS November 24th, 2017. Then the last season 10 episode to air, which is The Incredible Shrinking Sponge in Sports, premiering on PBS December 8th, 2017. Then the season 11 episodes Cuddly Hugs and Pat the Horse, airing on PBS December 15th, 2017. And then the episodes Chatterbox Gary and Don't Feed the Clowns, which would air on PBS February 12th, 2018. And then the season 11 episodes Drive Happy and Old Man Patrick, airing on PBS February 23rd, 2018. Then the season 11 episode Fun Size Friends and Grandmom's the Word, which would air on PBS March 2nd, 2018. Then the season 11 episodes Doodle Dimension and Moving Bubble Bass, which would air on PBS March 23rd, 2018. And then the episodes Deep Sea Diving and Bottle Burglars would air on PBS April 20th, 2018. Then the season 11 episode Sanitation, Insanity, and Bunny Hunt would air on PBS May 11th, 2018. Then the episodes My Leg and Ink Lemonade, airing on PBS May 18th, 2018. So My Leg and Ink Lemonade would air on PBS May 18th, 2018. Whale Watching and Krusty Cleaners would air on PBS August 10th, 2018. And then the season 11 episodes Pat Nocio and Chef Bob would air on PBS August 17th, 2018. And then the season 11 episodes Pat Nocio and Chef Bob would air on PBS August 17th, 2018. Mustard of Mine and Shopping List would air on PBS September 28th, 2018. Plankton Paranoia and Library Cards would air on PBS October 5th, 2018. The Grill Is Gone and Night Patty would air on PBS October 26th, 2018. Call the Cops and Surf and Turf would air on PBS November 9th, 2018. Appointment TV and Karen's Virus would air on PBS November 23rd, 2018. Bubble Town and Girls Night Out would air on PBS November 30th, 2018. Squirrel Jelly and the String would air on PBS December 7th, 2018. And Goons on the Moon would air on PBS December 14th, 2018. Well, How did you hear about the 2022 PBS Kids logos? I never heard of those. Actually, you know what? I decided seasons 12 and 13 would air on Cartoon Network first and then air on PBS later. It would air on PBS when HBO Max. It would air on Cartoon Network when HBO Max premieres them, and then air on PBS later. So that means season 12 and 13 and 14 would use the 2012 to 2018 Sesame Workshop logo on there. Well, what did you think of the stream, Jeremy Barton? What would be some perfectly fitting season 3 episodes with the certain PBS Kids logos? Okay. What were some perfectly fitting season 3 episodes with the PBS Kids idents from 1999 to 2000? Questy Love is from season 2. I'm talking about, like from season 3, like Crabborg or Snowball Effect or Clams or Missing Identity or SpongeBob's House Party, or the camping episode. Now, what year would the CTW and Sesame Workshop logos be used on SpongeBob depending on the season? I know I explained it earlier, but what did you think of the balloon logo appearing on the season 6 episode Giant Squidward? Because balloons can grow, and Squidward grows into a giant after SpongeBob and Patrick spray him with fertilizer. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, hope you enjoyed it.